Hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. Today I'm going to show you a new idea I come up with for an envelope journal. It's a little different than the other ones I've done, and I think you'll find it interesting. Okay, our sneaky peek of the day is, let me find it here. I don't think I've got anything on this page. Oh, this is the middle. It's the first and the second signature. So let me keep going. 13 is not a good number anyway. My mother, she refuses to go in a room that has 13 or anything like that. Let's just call her superstitious. Okay, so on this one, we've got a couple neat little things. We have this, and it was a journal card I used. I just put like a little trim on the top of it. That was scrap from something else. My pocket has Mary on it, and it also has a little bit of that trim at the very bottom. And over here, this is my ribbon pocket. And I just used a piece of wire ribbon. I decorated up these little tags, and I stuck them in there. There's actually a third pocket up here if I wanted to put anything in it. And then I'll put my 14 on there. But I will link that at the end of the video, so if you want to see how to make this, it's so simple. It's really simple. And I put it on a vellum page. Isn't that kind of neat? Yeah, and it's a pocket. So you can kind of see my little Christmas card in there with a snowman on it. And, all right. Okay, and at the end, I'm going to show you another little idea, a couple little journal cards I came up with. Thought I'd give you some ideas. Anyway, this is my journal. I've got them all figured out here, and they're in a certain order, so I'm going to show you how I did that. This here, I did some of my deep embossing with my really deep folders over there, and this one has 6 on it, like a honeycomb in a way, and that's why I chose it. But it's going to be the cover. I'm going to cut it down. I'm also going to do some kind of little fancy band thing through the center. And, you know, I sprayed it and everything that I saw Marley Designs do. This one here I did as well. It is called Typewriter. And I don't know if you can see it where it's got the upper and the lowercase. And in here it didn't do as well. But that's okay. I can always hide that. And I usually go get my rubbing buff and put on here, and it really brings the letters out. So those two will be for future. And I got me a little paper pad down at Hobby Lobby the other day. It's got little bee things in it. I got a couple pieces of paper that I thought would enhance a couple of my pages. I got this one. I love this one so much. It's actually in my shabby chic paper towel roll one too. So you can see I've picked out a whole bunch of different papers to do my decorating with. And they all will either have flowers or bee theme or the colors. And then I've got the craft paper at the back. And the craft, I believe, is going to work into my inside of my envelopes. Like inside there. I don't know if the actual card itself will be this, because this is actually cardstock. That may be how I plan to do it. I'll just make the whole card, journal card that'll go in here out of this. And it'll be a nice firm surface so the journal won't be wishy-washy. I'm trying to debate what I'm going to put in here to hide this when the card is not in it. So, and then I have this. I got that really cheap down there, and I'm going to choose the black, and I'm going to actually put that underneath, and it's going to tie my whole journal together. So that is our major idea. Then I got to show you how the actual journal is to be put together. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I got to show you the box. I gotta get up here and get it. Sorry. All right, it's these. The Peel and Stick greeting cards from Walmart. So I'm going to turn this into my Walmart Wednesday. Walmart Wednesday, because I'm using a Walmart product. And these are a 5.75 by 8.75. And I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that little wing on each side. I'm thinking I'm going to be cutting those off. But anyhow, I've found those to come in handy. My advent calendar is made out of that. My journal I've been making for the collaboration. And I'm trying to decide which way here was my front and my back. I'm thinking this is my back. Okay, so when you start out with your envelopes, you're going to have this one at the front, and the opening will be on the inside. It's actually tucked in behind this one. So then you flip the next one, and your openings are always to the right, I believe. They're always going to be to the right. Now, that one is also underneath here. So actually that one's got two underneath of it. But to get a solid front, I had to do it that way. And I also needed an even amount. For some reason, I can't remember now. I needed an even amount of pages in here. Okay, so anyway, then when you get to this one, you're going to fold it backward. So it's going to be laying like that. These are the two from the front, you see. There's my gap. Now, what you're going to do is this one's going to flip over and it's going to attach here. Now, you're going to have to put more. You're going to have the sticky strip that'll come off, and plus you're going to glue it. So you're going to be gluing all of this stuff down. Now, see, there's my openings. They're all to the right. That one tucks under this one. This one folds over, and then you can see that one. And you can see how they each go. So wherever the sticky is, the pull-off sticky, that's the part you're gluing down. This is what's going to hold this part to it. So here we go there. And then we have the two openings. That one's under there. And it just keeps going until you get to the very back. And see, there's the separation again. And let me get to the back. Yep, the openings are open there. Now, I'm not exactly sure what happened here. Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I just had a brain, a brain blank. All right, and then that one goes to that one. All right, and then this one goes here, and then this will be the back. So this flap has nowhere to go, really. So I may make it where it's actually closing with maybe a policy closure or something here. And I'll decorate the flaps up with more paper and give it more strength and stuff. So that's how we're going to end it. And see, we have two flaps back here because we have this envelope beside it. That's under it. And the previous one up here is under it. I think that's the way the front went as well. Where did that go? Yeah. Yeah, there's two flaps here at the front. So that it's basically the same layout. Okay, now, after I showed you that, now we're putting it together. And then I'm going to show you my idea. Once we get these together, I was thinking it was going to end up being a, what do you call it? Fan fold? No, Z fold. I'm trying to remember what they call those. But it's where they, they're like a big accordion. There we go. It came to me eventually. Oh, but we're not going to cover anything until we get this thing together. So I'm just going to do that and put this down on here. Whoops. Right there. It's just going to meet up. You don't want to cover your crease. You're just going to, get right there beside it. You want to give it room to bend, you know. You don't want to be tight, tight, tight. All right, so that one went there. This one goes here, so we're going to pull this off, glue this down, go across here, go up here, go across the front. I'm going to go ahead and give it that extra little up there on each side, you know, and make sure this is straight. Yep. Now we're going to put it down. There. Oops. All right. Now this piece is what's going to hold the next section. So we're going to actually pick this up and put it over here, so we have a little bit more control on it. I want to welcome everybody and thank you for coming to visit and see what's going on today. I'm always trying to come up with a new idea. I hope I don't make them too difficult or confusing. This one, you know, you might want to rerun it a few times to get the idea and to figure out how my envelopes go together. Okay. We try to keep them as straight as we can. It's not going to always be that easy. So do as well as you're able. Like, see there, that one sticks out a little bit, but that's okay. You might come back in here with some ink, depending on how you'd like to do it. Now this piece goes over top of that. Once you get these in order, just try to keep them laying like they are supposed to be. And then you just flip over. And each piece will kind of lay right out for you. Okay. That one goes on top of here. Let me move it out just a tad, so I can get that one here. Oops. I think I needed to move it down just a little bit. That's why I pulled it back off. There. Now, see, I'm already just a little off somehow. But once we get it together, we can help it refold a little bit. Like, I think right there, I could retrain the fold. Yeah, that might have done it. All right, so we're going to go back around like this. This piece is what is going to hold this one. I don't think you can ever get these exactly right. So if you need to refold, retrain, you do it. Okay. I'm going to move this one over here just so I feel like I've got more control that way. Put that down. Maybe move it out a little bit. Yep, I think we're good. All right, our next one is this one under here. I'll pull that out. Get it ready. Do you see how I'm doing it? Because I think I'm gonna, I don't know if I'm gonna go off of here or if you want to keep watching this. Oh, I think most of it's sometimes you're standing back and seeing if you're right on the money, or if you need to readjust. Like here, I'm seeing that front one might need to be readjusted. I'm not sure. I'm going to have a spine of some type on here. I'm still debating that part. Okay, this goes over here, so I need to pull this off. Yeah, I'm needing to do something. I've got an idea for the inside. So it's going to be bound in some way. Okay. So let's take this and fold this over, match this up. All right. Then this one comes off. It's just repetitive. Repetitive. Trying to think if I got any stories to tell you. Oh, one video back, I don't know when, I was saying somebody was doing construction up on the hillside here. I kept hearing all this noise, and it ends up being our fan. We got central air, and all that whirring and noise was from the central unit. Oh my gosh. It was funny. I kept thinking they were up there digging a well or something. It wasn't. Roger, he got out there. I think it's the fan part. He got out there and I think he put a little bit of oil or something in it. And I've not heard it since. So he fixed it. Poor guy. And then we have a bear that's been going around here. Now I live in the country, but I'm not that far in the country. Okay, that one goes underneath the last one. All right. So we've been having a bear come through because Mom's bird feeders and stuff have been getting ransacked, and we had and our yard is like a deer yard. It's all the mama deers bring all their babies here and leave them while they go off. I mean, we've got babies all over this yard. Well, me and Mom, we were out there the other day coming back from the store, and she's showing me one of her little fawns. It's always over there eating at the end of the garden. Well, she's showing me that, and then she's getting ready to get out and go in the house, and there I'm watching, and there the little fawn, he starts to kind of run off over to the right, and he kept looking over that way. I don't know what he was looking at, or we didn't at that time. So he's looking over that way, and she kept saying, oh, he's just looking at his mama. She's probably over there coming in or something. No, it was a bear cub. And Roger said he was probably like last year's baby that's already left the mother and everything. But anyhow, he runs in. He kind of climbs up a tree about a couple feet, and then he gets down again. The little deer, he's done took off, he's went somewhere else. But it was it was funny. I mean, he just come in from nowhere. I have no clue where he was, his home or cave or whatever it is. My husband said they go for miles. So anyhow, we had these guys. There's people that lives up behind us. We've got like a grown-up fence line between us. And my mom was out there, right, and she said a big bear come through. And he was out there yesterday in broad daylight, checking out the feeders. Of course, my sister's always feeding the birds and putting all kinds of piles of food around, bringing the bears in. So Mom's asking that guy about it, and he said that he got up close and personal with that bear one time, and its head was as big as one of those old wash buckets, that's like yay big. Oh, you can't even see my arms. Probably about 2 feet across. The bear's head was huge. And he lives up across the road. So he doesn't live around here, or he doesn't stay around here. So good. Good. All right, our journal's together. It's together. It's a little hard to keep it straight. As you can see, I'm kind of like this way with it, but that's all right. You can always hide it. So this is my binding, or my spine right here. My idea is to get in here with something, piece of material or something, and I'm going to secure them all together at this end so it only flips here. Then I don't know that I want to glue them because I want them to all kind of be able to move out from each other. You know, I don't want them to be glued right there. Well, no, I can glue it. Yeah, it doesn't need to move out that way. Okay, let's get in here and glue. Okay, was I saying that was the front? I think I was. Wait a minute. Yeah, let me write on here that is the front, because I'm going to get all front. I'm going to get all mistaken here. All right, so all of these pieces that are at the back, we're gluing down. So, but we're only gluing this outside edge. And I'm going in this far because my edge is a little wonky. And we're going to glue the bottom. So, rub that down. Get that secure. Then, where's our next one? Okay, this is our next section. The same thing. You're going down the side. Going across the bottom. And push her down. And next is this one. Down the side. Oops. Look at a gnat. Okay, down the side. There we go. Push it closed. And we're almost done. I think I'm going to have to fill my bottle. All right. I think we got one more. Or is that the last? Oh, that was the last one. Okay. Now, like I said, you're going to have something covering this, a piece of material or something. Maybe my little goo stuff here. I can put that around here, plus I can put it under here to be the tie. So that would work. I just needed to hide it. And that'll be after I get all my material, my papers and everything on here. Now the idea of me leaving places open up here was you have a big pocket. Now sometimes you might want to have to get back in here and make sure your envelope was glued down correctly. It looks like that one's got a little lip on it. But there we go. But you have a great big pocket for a journal card right there. In each one of these, there's another one. You always have maintenance with envelopes. But if you knew which side was going to be your tuck side, you could get in here and, you know, as you're gluing it, make sure you've got a good bead of glue on that side. Oh, all right. Half of it went under the thing and half of it went on top. All right, so that's all you've got to do for this. Well, I got to get it under there because, sure enough, put a journal card in there and it's going to catch. Yep, that one's good. And then this one was the one we're probably going to do a policy closure on. So, the next step, I would say, is to get our, well, my front paper is that one I showed you over here there, but I can actually get a base paper on it instead of waiting. So, let's find what we want. Actually, I'll get some of that craft paper. Hold on. Okay, I got my craft paper, and we are going to measure and be right on the money with it. Now, you can get in here and ink, which I would suggest to do. so you can cover up those white edges. Now, I'm going with craft because, you know, it's a bee journal. So it's going to have, you know, the look of bees. And I thought this would be a perfect, you know, counterpoint for that. Okay, I've got my little pieces cut out and we're ready to glue them down on here. And I think I'm going to use some fabric tack. Just because this is a heavier piece of paper. And I think it'll do the better job for me. If I can just get it on here. Now I've already inked on the outside edges of the papers that I'm going to be working with here in gathered twigs. And boy, does it work really well with this craft paper color. I was really happy. It's like a warm tone. See, I'm trying to stick with warm tones. You know, kind of remind you of honey. And, you know, the little beehive, the comb and all that. That's what I'm trying to do here. So we're just going to go ahead. I've already written front on this one as well, so I could keep track. And we're going to go down just like that. And as you can see how well the gathered twigs works, it's it's really nice. All right, we're going to do the back while we're at it, and then we'll go to our regular glue. Oh goodness, this is kind of a cute little idea. I don't know what I'm going to name it. Probably just something crazy like my other stuff. I'm guessing it's not an accordion book now, since I glued the pieces together at the back. But I couldn't get it to work the other way. But then I thought, you know, those big pockets back there is kind of a great idea. Because you're wanting to journal in some fashion. That's why I'm always trying to come up with something functional that you would be able to use. Alright, did I scooch that down enough? I think I did. We're good. Okay, we got our front and our back. Let me cap that crazy thing. And I'm going to get in here with this on our front. Now, we have these little pieces right here that I'm not crazy about. Those little wings, you know. I'm going to get in here and I'm cutting them out. I don't want them because I feel like they're going to be more problem than they're worth. So we're going to cut it off of each one, pull it out, and then you can just trim it right off. I'll have to get back in here with a little bit more ink, and I'll probably want to make sure my glue is holding steady, like in these corners here. Yeah. So you're going to do that on each one. Put us a little more of our gathered twigs in here, just in case something doesn't go all the way. There we go. And missed that spot. I'm going to get in here with the glue and make sure this lip area. I didn't do the rest of it because the piece of paper is going to go down as close to the top as possible. But if you wanted to, sometimes you have to get in here on these peel and sticks and go all the way around with the glue. I don't know what's going on with those things, but they just are not wanting to hold. Okay, we're going to tuck this down in there. I'm actually going to kind of gauge where I want it to be, and then I'm going to fold this up. Oops, not enough. That's good. All right, that's a good spot. And then we're going to cut it. I have all these scraps left over from this one paper pad, I've been trying to use it up. It's Theodosia Square. Forget what I was using these pages on, but I thought, I'll just use that. Now, I just showed this trick in my last video, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it up right here to the very tippy top and hold it with my finger. I'm getting it right there at that crease, but it keeps it keeps wiggling on me. Okay, so we're going to go underneath of it where we need the glue to be. And whatever's tucked down in there is going to stay. It's not going to come out. So we don't need to worry about gluing that. Okay. Put this down, see if she's good. Yep, she's good. All right. Since it's my little bee journal, I want them to know there's bees in it. So that's going to be this right here on the very front. They're going to know they're in the hive. This has got a really bumpy surface on it. My hands are shaking at the moment. I don't know why. I need to eat. My husband, he's up at his mommy's and daddy's. He's like an hour and something away. So, you know, I'm shy. I'm shy and I'm backward when I'm filming. So, since he's gone, I can relax. It's horrible. I tried to do my video and, you know, right before he gets home in the early afternoon. So I usually have it done by then. And so he's been off the last 2 days, and I thought, oh no, I'll never get to filming again. And he said he was going up there earlier, and I said, oh yeah. Sorry to see you go. Alright. I thought I'd put this pretty little flower here at the beginning as well. I'm just going to mix up all these different little papers that I've got. And that one little 6x6, I can make pockets with it on my pages to add more, or side tucks, or whatever. I do actually have a little pouch over there with different items to go in here. So, I might have more in here than you think. Hopefully it'll work. I don't want to make it too big. All right. So that's basically what you're going to do. You're going to put this on the outside, some kind of cardstock to give you some kind of, you know, strength. Then you're going to cut those crazy little wing flaps out. Now you're able to get down in there and not have to worry about those. Like, see over here, I may have missed a little bit of the ink. You can always get back in here and ink a little bit. Then we have the pretty page here to start out with. And you're going to do that on every one. You're going to ink around your page. You're going to ink along your edge. Cut your wings off. And put you a paper down. And that's what you do. You got them in the same position on every one. And that's all you're going to have to do all the way down. And whoops. Whoops, what happened there? Maybe I need to glue. I don't know what happened in this instance, so we're just going to glue it down. Or did I want to flip out? I can't remember. No, I don't think I wanted to flip out. I must have missed one. It won't hurt nothing. It won't hurt a thing. We'll just glue it down and make another upside or inside pocket. Whoop, I need to do the bottom too. There. There's always going to be something that goes wrong. You just know it. There's going to always. All right, so how many is in there? Nope, I just forgot. I guess I forgot to glue that. So we're set. Yep, it's good to go. Good to go. And then you get to the back. You got this one. That's your last piece, but we're going to leave that on there so we can have, I probably will cut that off. I don't know. I'm still going to debate how this would go. I might fold it under to strengthen this a little bit, just so it's not so far down the page. I'm still debating on that. So the next time you will see this will probably be the flip through. I don't think I'm going to do anything else to it. I just wanted to do the construction part here. And you know, I've got, once I get my papers on here, I'm going to be putting that under the papers first. Then this will go over them. So this is going to be used twice. It's going to be used first this way for a tie. Then it's going to go over the whole spine and hide all that. So I hope you understood what I was getting at today, and I hope you give this a try. Just get in here and play. That's all I do. I think of something in my head and I decide to play. Well, I'm going to show you a little something that I made. I was meaning to do that. It's a little burlap piece. It's also part of the Walmart Wednesday, because, let me move this out of the way, because this came from Walmart. In the wedding section, it looks like this. I guess everybody was into burlap one time for their weddings, and it has a little piece of lace that went down the center, so I took advantage of that. And what it was, I cut them out the size that I thought I wanted them, and then I was trying something with this texture paste, translucent. Well, the only problem was this texture paste came out clear. It was basically clear against this burlap, and I needed it to stand out. So I first tried the gold. It was the gold distress paint. So I just put it out on a piece of paper, and I dibby-dabbed it. And so you can kind of see the pattern here. You can kind of see it. The best on this one. The other one's not so much. So I got a little bird looking at another bird. And then I'll put this on the back so you can write on it. And then this one I did with the gold as well. The only problem was it was picking up the lace as well as the roses. So anyway, this is what it turned out to look like. I got a few little threads here. I still like it. I've got this little butterfly collage going on, and I've got a piece of like paper bag kind of stuff there. Then I decided to go with white. I said, well, if it's coming out white, I'll go with white. And you can't even tell that there's roses here, just barely. So I just went ahead and covered the whole thing. I've got like a cotillion party going on here. And I used some packaging from Tim Holtz products to cover the back with it. And this one, I have a blue theme going on. You can still sort of see the rose, but not too much. And I've got blues on everything else here. This is speed washing something or other. So I used the laundry. This is Tailor-Made Journals. She's on Instagram, and I think she's on Etsy as well. But this is Lorna Taylor, and she does some beautiful work. I had to have these sign stamps that she came out with. So anyhow, that's what I got up to. That's more of my Walmart Wednesday ideas. And everybody, I hope you have a great, great day. And come back and see me again. Bye-bye.